Welcome, everyone, to the Scurv podcast. I'm Lance Scurv X, your host. Isn't it strange, the world we're living in? It's like a bizarro world. I mean, if you've been keeping up with what's going on in the world, you know that war is escalating. And the bloodthirsty nature of these individuals are coming out. But history tells us, written history, recorded history, it tells us the nature that they've always had. And it's like they want to destroy this world. What's wrong with living on a planet with other people who have different beliefs, different spiritual outlooks that are not bothering you, but, and I'm aiming this specifically at the small hats. You claim this thing that happened to you with Adolf Hitler was such a terrible thing, but look at what you're doing. And you're expanding it to the world. So you're not any different. You're worse. But you can't say that. So that's why I have to speak in a very coded way. Evil. I mean, evil. And not all of them claim the same outlook, but none of them are saying anything. Makes you wonder. Now, there are many of us who look like me, who are totally oblivious, that are totally distracted by the foolishness that's put out there in this mind control platform called social media. We have our minds everywhere. Who's sleeping with who, what celebrity is doing what with who, and it's unbelievable. But I'm gonna probably look to get some type of gas mask. It's not a joke, because if bombs go off on a nuclear level worldwide, then the fallout is what's gonna knock everybody off. I'm gonna start preparing certain parts of my house, my studio, which is surrounded by concrete, and I purposely put one window there, and to stock up on food. Yes, thank you, Mad Guns Monster, for inspiring me in our little conversation there. But right now, the world is watching a situation that keeps getting worse. And today, what's today's date? March 4th, 2026. I have to say this because if you listen to this a week from now or a month from now, you'll say, oh no, you have to catch up, Scurv. No, this is the date it was put out. So I'm speaking on everything that has transpired up until this point. Right now, the world is watching a situation that keeps getting worse. Yes, I have to say it again. The United States and Israel started a war on Iran, and it's spreading fast. More countries are getting involved. And it's not just the Middle East anymore. The U.S. is even threatening long-term and long-time allies in Europe. Every day, the chaos grows. And the solution the U.S. chooses seems to be more bombs, more bullets, more aggression, more bloodshed, more death. Why? Iran has every right to defend itself under international law. But while Iran is retaliating against U.S. military bases in the region, the U.S. keeps escalating. They picked the fight. They started it. So what do we call America now? West Israel? The United States of West Israel? You caught that one, right? Oil prices are going through the roof because Iran has threatened to close the Strait of Hormuz. I hope I'm saying it right. the key route that carries over 20% of the world's oil supply every single day. So this is not just regional chaos. This is a global crisis in the making, right before our very eyes. Like the old Polaroid cameras, when you snap a picture, you start to see the image come in. But in this case, I can see the image coming in long before, because what are they trying to push? World War III? It's getting there. So instead of calming things down, the U.S. is pushing harder. Donald Trump is threatening not just Iran, but Kurdish groups in Iraq and Iran, promising them weapons to start uprisings. But isn't that what the United States is used to doing? Dropping weaponry in black neighborhoods, crack cocaine, just stirring up stuff. This is what they do. But you have those who are so patriotic that America can't do anything wrong. These movies have you gassed up. America are the heroes. They're the heroes. They ride off into the sunset. Turkey, a NATO member, now has reasons to worry because Kurdish armed groups have long been a threat within its borders. The CIA's actions could easily draw Turkey into this war, creating yet another front in an already exploding conflict. Can it get any worse? So what? Netanyahu and Trump are having wargasms, huh? Not orgasms, but wargasms. Israel is making its moves too. Southern Lebanon is under attack. Gaza is under siege. And the Israeli government is attempting to annex more Palestinian territory. The war against Iran has become a war on multiple fronts. Meanwhile, U.S. military forces are involved in Pakistan, Ecuador, and Cuba, proving that this isn't just a Middle East problem. It's a global problem. America is a global problem. Can I ask you something? I may put it as a poll. Is America the most hated country in the world? So many, I've seen so many of you COONSs. You go out. Our military and our this and our that. You're just fodder. You're just a body for the front line. They don't care about you. Why are you so patriotic? Donald Trump campaigned as a peace president, promising to stop wars. Really? But the record shows otherwise. In 2025 alone, Trump bombed 7 countries across his 2 terms. 11 countries have been attacked under his administration while claiming to promote peace. That's how they think. Trump has now threatened Spain, a European ally, over its refusal to let the U.S. use its military bases to attack Iran. Threats of invasion and economic warfare are real, and Europe is watching in fear. Spain is resisting, and Trump is furious. Germany, obedient to U.S. interests and Wall Street elites, supports the pressure on Spain. Hey, follow the money. If he's making it able for you to get paid, hey, they follow him behind it. Every person has their price. Other European countries are divided. France admits the war is illegal, but still participates because they know they're in bed with America. The UK allows U.S. military bases to be used. Canada claims to oppose unilateral U.S. aggression, but quietly supports the war too. The so-called rules-based international order has been shattered while hypocrisy reigns among global leaders. They're all speaking out both sides of their mouth. But let's be clear. Iran is not the source of global instability. The U.S. and Israel are. The U.S. withdrew from the 2015 nuclear deal, sabotaged peace negotiations, and launched multiple illegal wars of aggression. Every attack, every escalation has been part of a broader plan of dominance. Stevie Wonder can see that, but most of us can't. Meanwhile, oil prices soar, civilians suffer, and the world edges closer to chaos, aka World War III. As Trump threatens Spain, arms Kurdish insurgents, and pushes allies to escalate military spending, the threat of a multi-continent war grows. European unity is a myth. Political leaders may speak of peace and law, but they serve Wall Street, not the people. The world is being dragged into a war that has no end in sight, and the human cost is ignored. Isn't that something? Peace and law. That's a damn lie. History will remember these days as the age of hypocrisy, aggression, and imperial overreach. Peace was promised, but war was delivered. Countries are being coerced, civilians are trapped, and leaders lie while profiting. This is the reality of modern geopolitics, and it's happening in real time, right before our very eyes. You cannot ignore what's happening. The U.S. and Israel's war on Iran is escalating uncontrollably. Iran defends itself. Israel seizes territory. The U.S. threatens allies. What kind of crazy world are we living in? And Europe is fractured. Oil prices rise. The Middle East is unstable. Latin America feels the pressure. And the world is watching while the biggest powers act with total impunity. The world is facing a nightmare created by greed, power, and deception. The war on Iran is not just about weapons or oil. It's about control. And while leaders play politics, the lives of ordinary people are at stake. Watch closely, because this isn't a distant conflict. It's a global warning. Every headline, every threat, every bomb tells a story of a world being manipulated. Don't let the propaganda fool you. Understand who is truly escalating this war and why peace is nowhere in sight and won't be for a very long time. Knowledge is your first defense. But you know what? The good part about it is they say every 250 years or empires don't last past that or they collapse. Well, guess what? We're up on 250 years as a nation, America, right? And they say that they're trying to recruit so many other people, so many other countries into the war because really and truly, I didn't realize this, but America doesn't produce weaponry fast enough to keep up. Now, Russia and China haven't tapped in on this yet, but they're down with Iran. But what happens when they get involved? And the United States has already spent what it has as far as missiles and bombs and all of that stuff they deal with, because I don't know anything about that stuff. I'm not a warmonger. They gave so much to the Ukraine, and they're spent. It's like a 60-year-old man with a 20-year-old girlfriend. They have a hot night out, and they go through 2 sessions. That little blue pill won't work anymore. You're spent. And America, to me, is impotent and spent. And all of this backlash is going to hit it as far as the economy. And the thing is that America has always felt so confident that they can't be touched. Well, you have a president named Joe Biden who opened up the borders and just let everybody on in. So I'm quite sure there's sleeper cells there. I'm quite sure there are people there that will strike. And America is not used to having war fought on its soil, they might have to get used to doing that. And again, many people, Lance, you're crazy. Why would you leave a place like America and go to West Africa? Because it's safe or safer. But if nuclear fallout is all over the globe, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. But at least for a little while, I feel safer than most, because I wouldn't say I was going to be a nervous wreck if I was in America, but I wouldn't feel too settled either. I wouldn't feel too good, because they're really wrecking the world up. And again, let me ask you a question. Is America, if not already there, on its way to becoming the most hated nation, the most hated country on the planet? Not necessarily the people. And there'll be some ignorant people who don't understand and can't separate the two, the system, the political system, and the people. But for those who do understand that it's the political system, as in most countries, that's screwing us over, well, they're going to get us hated. And I don't know. Let's see what happens. Will we make it through this year? Will we make it through Trump's presidency? And after the presidency is over, who's going to take over and what a mess it will be? But it's beyond those noted politicians. No matter who was elected in America, I feel that there was going to be war like this anyway. I knew it. It took a little longer than I expected, but I knew it. I was always saying that. The greed alone, the need to have control. You want to control somebody way on the other side of the planet and put out false propaganda against them. And yes, there are some countries who do dirty deeds to their people. But doesn't America? Doesn't America? Black folks, black melanated people in America, our history in America. So I'm not too quick to take up for them, because they haven't treated me that nice. And that's why I'm not there. Anyway, let me know what you think. Is America on its way to becoming the most hated nation or not? I think it is. I think it already is. I think it's been that way for a long time, but people didn't really want to say, because we have to be politically correct. Anyway, much love to you all. Lance Scurv out. Let me hear from you in the comment section. Peace.